everyone, Miss China here. I'm so excited that you're joining me again today. Today is day 2 of challenges, and we're gonna do something a little bit different. For our mindfulness challenge, we're actually gonna step outside. So I have my jacket on and I'm gonna meet you outside. Okay everyone, thanks for joining me. I'm outside now. So I live in an apartment, so you'll see lots of cars and things behind me, and that's okay. Just go outside wherever you can. Make sure you go with a parent or adult. So I'm outside. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to smell one thing. And I chose that one thing to be fresh air. Now we're going to use the sense of touch, and we're going to touch 2 things. The first thing I'm choosing to touch is something cold, and I'm choosing snow. The next thing that I'm choosing to touch is something rough. So I'm feeling different rocks to see which one is rough. You can choose any 2 things to touch outside. Just remember to wash your hands when you go inside. Now we're going to use our sense of sight, and we are going to find 3 things that we can see outside. I am choosing to find 3 gray colored things. The first thing I see was the gray ground. Now I'm looking around to see, I found a gray car. Now I need to find one more gray thing that I can see, and I found this little electrical box on the side of a building. Now we are going to use our sense of hearing, and we are going to listen for 4 different sounds that we might hear outside. This one might take a little bit longer, just because you have to kind of focus and take some time to listen to all the different things that are going on around you. While I was outside, I heard a bunch of different things. I heard cars driving by. I heard the wind blowing. I heard grass or plants rustling with the wind. And as I waited patiently, I eventually heard a motorcycle rev its engine. Now we have one more of our senses left, and that is the sense of taste. But we probably shouldn't taste anything outside, so let's head inside for the very last thing. Go inside, get a glass of water, and taste some fresh water. Okay, so the second challenge is our social skills challenge, and it involves rules today. So rules are things that we have to listen to that help make sure that people stay safe, that they're having appropriate behavior or they're having good behavior at home, and that kind of help us keep things organized and not so chaotic. I want you to make a list of rules that you have to follow at home. Our rules are different from what they might be at school. So make a list, you can either write it or say it out loud, of rules that you have to follow at home. I'll give you an example. One of my rules in my apartment is that Luna cannot be on the counter. One of my rules is Luna is not allowed on the counter. So now I want you to think of some rules that you have to follow in your house. And the third challenge is a creativity challenge. I want you to use things that you write with or color with. It can be markers, it can be crayons, and I want you to make a picture of something without drawing with them. I'm going to show you my example. As you can see, I made a tulip, and I just laid different markers and pens that I had around to make a tulip. Great, so that's all of our challenges for today. If you're one of my students, make sure that you take a picture while you're doing the challenge. Take a picture of what you created in your challenge and make sure to share it with me on Seesaw or Google Classroom. If you're not one of my students, I encourage you to take a picture of whatever you created or a challenge that you did and send it to your teachers because they would love to see it. And that's all I have for today. I'm looking forward to seeing you again tomorrow when you join us for our challenge day 3.